Us. This is the video lecture for the topic Introduction to Neural Networks. This is for the fifth unit, Neural Networks, for the subject Artificial Intelligence and Machine Learning. The term artificial neural network is derived from biological neural networks that develop the structure of human brain. Similar to the human brain that has neurons interconnected to one another, artificial neural networks also have neurons that are interconnected to one another in various layers of the networks. These neurons are known as nodes. This is the biological structure of biological neurons, and these are the various components: cell nucleus, dendrite, axon, and synapse. The typical artificial neural network looks something like the given figure. There will be the set of inputs. Each input will be applied to the nodes. Nodes are represented as x1, x2 up to xn, and the nodes will be connected to the neuron, and as a result of the processing, Y output will be produced from the networks. Dendrites from biological neural network represent inputs in artificial neural network. Cell nucleus represent nodes, synapse represent weights, and axon represent output. So this table represents the relationship between the biological neural network and artificial neural network. Dendrites corresponds to inputs, cell nucleus, nodes, synapse, weights, and axon output. An artificial neural network is in the field of artificial intelligence, where it attempts to mimic the network of neurons, makes up a human brain, so that computers will have an option to understand things and make decisions in a human-like manner. The artificial neural network is designed by programming computers to behave simply like interconnected brain cells. There are around 1000 billion neurons in the human brain. Each neuron have an association point somewhere in the range of 1000 and 1 lakh. In the human brain, data is stored in such a manner as to be distributed, and we can extract more than one piece of this data when necessary from our memory parallelly. We can say that the human brain is made up of incredibly amazing parallel processors. The architecture of neural network. To understand the concept of architecture of neural network, we have to understand what a neural network consists of. In order to define a neural network that consists of a large number of artificial neurons, which are termed units arranged in a sequence of layers. Artificial neural network primarily consists of three layers: input layer, hidden layer, output layer. Input layer, as the name suggests, it accepts input in several different formats provided in the programmer. Hidden layer presents in between input and output layers. It performs all the calculations to find hidden features and patterns. Output layer, the input goes through a series of transformations using the hidden layer, which finally result in output that is conveyed using this layer. The artificial neural network takes input and computes the weighted sum of the inputs and includes a bias. The computation is represented in the form of a transfer function. It determines weighted total is passed as an input to an activation function to produce the output. Activation functions choose whether a node should fire or not. Only those who are fired make it to the output layer. There are distinctive activation functions available that can be applied upon the sort of task we are performing. Advantages of artificial neural network. Parallel processing capability. ANN have a numerical value that can perform more than one task simultaneously. Storing data on the entire network. Data that is used in traditional programming is stored on the whole network, not on a database. The disappearance of a couple of pieces of data in one place doesn't prevent the network from working. Capability to work with incomplete data. After ANN training, the information may produce output even with inadequate data. The loss of performance here relies upon the significance of missing data. Having a memory distribution. For ANN is to be able to adapt, it is important to determine the examples and to encourage the network according to the desired output by demonstrating these examples to the network. The succession of the network is directly proportional to the chosen instances, and if the event can't appear to the network in all its aspects, it can produce false output. Having fault tolerance. extortion of one or more cells of ANN does not prohibit it from generating output, and this feature makes the network failure tolerance. So that's all about the introduction of artificial neural networks. Thank you.